Welcome to the ProdigyDS demo. Today, we'll showcase the system's capabilities in data cleaning and model prediction. First, let's take a look at the datasets we'll be working with. We have two datasets containing different pieces of donor information. Our goal is to merge them based on their common name columns. However, notice that the name columns are labeled differently, and some names are not perfectly matched between the two datasets. After cleaning and standardizing the data, we'll train a model to predict the recommended event for selected persons who don't yet have one. First, we'll create a business project. This type of project takes a user's non-technical request and translates it into technical terms. Next, we'll add our non-technical request. Notice that we haven't included any technical details such as the model type, dataset name, or column names. After that, we'll input the dataset we want to explore. This step helps the system gather context about what needs to be cleaned and which model might be the most suitable for the use case. Now, we'll begin grooming our non-technical request, also known as an epic. While the epic is being groomed, let me share a bit more about what's happening behind the scenes. ProdigyDS leverages foundation AI models together with an extensive knowledge graph to interpret user intent. Using our in-house IP, the system breaks down a user's request into multiple tiers of prompts, a process we call multi-tier, multi-prompt decomposition. This enables efficient context chunking, preventing the AI's context window from being overloaded. As shown in the diagram, a single epic is decomposed into sub-epics, then further into sub-sub-epics, and finally, into user stories. These user stories are mapped to our in-house repository of Python code, which powers the actual use case construction. Think of each user story as a Lego block. ProdigyDS assembles these blocks dynamically to build out the full solution based on the user's request. Currently, ProdigyDS supports data pre-processing use cases, including cleaning, standardization, and merging. In addition, it supports 6 major big data analytics models, as well as graph neural network (GNN) use cases. For data modeling, ProdigyDS also handles data preparation for continuous and categorical columns. Now that the epics have finished generating, let's take a look at the output. As you can see, each epic has been broken down into multiple sub-epics, sub-sub-epics, and user stories. These stories are also arranged in sequence to ensure the correct logical flow of the code. For this particular dataset, the system has selected the random forest classifier model. Next, we'll download the generated user stories and move over to the project area. The project area is where these user stories are mapped to Python code chunks. This is also where code indentation and structure are automatically managed to ensure proper execution. In the project area, we'll first upload the dataset files once again. Next, we'll import the list of user stories that we just downloaded. With the user stories in place, we can now click on the Generate Code button. This step maps each user story to its corresponding Python code chunk from our repository and generates the complete Python scripts. Finally, we'll click on the Deploy button to combine all the generated code chunks and automatically handle the necessary indentations. Now, let's move to the curl command to view the output. As shown here, we have two APIs, one for data merging and another for data modeling. Let's start by running the first API to clean and merge the datasets. Here's the resulting dataset. As you can see, the merge was successful, even though some of the common columns and elements had slightly different names. Next, let's look at the data modeling API. Using the dataset, we'll predict the recommended event for Lydia Ibrahim. The model has been both trained and tested, providing an indication of its performance with the RMSE, as shown here. Based on past data, the model outputs the predicted outcome. In this case, Lydia Ibrahim is likely to enjoy the event Pet Walk 2025. This concludes our demo for ProdigyDS. Thank you for watching.